Hey guys, Xos here from the Five Lives channel. Welcome to the Five Lives podcast, and I am also joined here by Gamer Galaxy.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the first podcast we're gonna do here on Five Lives. We thought we'd do something at least on Five Lives. So basically, how these podcasts are gonna work is that we pick a topic and then we talk about it. Some might be theorizing, some might be general discussion, etc. So yeah, so today's topic is gonna be evolution.
Human evolution.
Yeah, human evolution. Usually, maybe you think of human evolution as monkeys to humans, something like that.
Something along those lines. This all started a while ago in a stream.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the stream. So there was a stream that Nick Vader, part of Five Lives as well, that he did on his channel. It was the first. No, it was the second SMP of 1.16, and in the first ever stream, we started talking about evolution and what he doesn't really believe in the fact that we could be monkeys, because he says, well, since we evolved,
Mhm.
he asked, why are there still monkeys if why didn't all of them just evolve?
I think I came in with an explanation after that. They are different species.
Yeah, it's because you said something about them being different species, and not all of them needing to evolve. But I personally think that it really must have depended on where those monkeys were going and what they did and what they learned and what they got, what they experienced, what the environment was like. And I think a lot of that has to do with the evolution impact that they had. So yeah, and that leading up to my point is that there must have been a group of monkeys or apes or whatever that split away from the actual ones that just stayed actual monkeys or apes or whatever, and the ones that split away actually started evolving more and more and learned better,
Started to use tools and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even nowadays, you still see monkeys use tools such as rocks, sticks to do stuff.
It's cool because you see monkeys, and there's experiments of monkeys. How they're very similar to humans, and they have certain characteristics of humans, and how smart they can be. Like chimpanzees, I know they can be hecka smart as well. So
I think they're one of the smartest.
Yeah, out of
and closely related in terms of like humanoid and
closely
everything.
related, yeah. They have they're just really smart, and it's fascinating. It's awesome.
I also think that's why a lot of drugs, which again isn't right, I think that's why a lot of drugs are tested on chimpanzees around the world, because they're so closely related, so scientists can get a good idea that, okay, well, if it didn't work on them, then we probably shouldn't be putting it in
because we're descendants of them, and so yeah, which is a good point actually. This is I don't want to stray too far off, but I think testing certain medicines and whatever, if they test it on a monkey, which is the closest thing related to us, is I think much of a better idea than actually testing it on humans, so we don't risk humans' lives. There could be something that they didn't intentionally want to do to harm a person or anything.
Still wrong.
What?
Still wrong. Testing on monkeys and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah,
It's still
yeah.
wrong.
I mean, I get that. It's
But because
wrong.
they're so closely related, it just makes sense.
They're so closely related. They just choose them because they're so close, and you know, whatever reaction they have will be it may be a possibility. You know, monkeys are still, monkeys. They're not exactly the same as us, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the closest, which is an interesting thing to think about.
It really is.
You know,
because everybody has their own opinion. There's a lot of different opinions on how we got here.
Oh yeah.
Me personally, I'm an evolution believer. That's how I see it.
I mean, I think, yeah, definitely there was some kind of evolution that happened. I mean, of course, not everyone believes in it, but
And that's fine. You can have your own opinion. That's completely fine.
Right. And of course, quick disclaimer: this podcast isn't to, hate on anyone's opinion over a certain topic. I just want to make myself perfectly clear.
We're just simply we're simply
sharing our own thoughts.
And our opinions on this subject.
And yeah, so it's crazy, it's so weird to think about how we were descendants of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it's really cool. But this leads on to evolution with other animals as well. It's weird. Well, because actually, it's weird because, like, when you go all the way back, life kind of started just in the ocean.
I bet you it was like a meteor that hit Earth. That's why.
Yeah,
it was
the meteors that hit Earth, and all the water was just kind of like.
Water was there. Water
meteor.
just nurtured it. No, the water was already here. The water just kind of like carried it, like bacteria and single-celled organisms.
And then that was like, I don't know what it's called. I think it's a Cambrian explosion. Is it?
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it's the Cambrian explosion. When there was a bunch of like sea creatures. Usually like I don't know. It's a lot of like crustaceans and like really small ocean animals. Like I don't even know what they're called, but they have like tentacles or like a bunch of little legs.
You watch Walking with
shells.
God, what is that show called? There was a show that kind of like explained that. It was like Walking with Monsters or something like that, or Swimming with Dinosaurs. I don't know. It was a really old like movie thing, but it showed that and like what was actually before prehistoric time and how evolution came up to this day. It was really cool.
Right. I remember like in 7th grade or so. I watched, because this was kind of like for a project or whatever, but we had to watch this evolution of the Earth. No, it was more like a timeline of the Earth and how it changed, and all that stuff about evolution was all included in it, and it was really cool to see how life formed and how different things changed and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All that. And it's so cool to know that like things started evolving from the ocean and then went on to land, and it's just awesome. It's fascinating how creatures can adapt so easily and change, which is so crazy. But yeah.
I think it's also fascinating that us humans, we went from, being, if this whole evolution thing is an actual thing, we went from being monkeys to basically the end of the world when you really think of it. Like, we have completely screwed over our world.
I think we've really just absolutely let our own selves go over what we have done to our planet.
Now, I really don't think there's a future. I don't. I don't. I think you can postpone it. I don't think they're saving it.
I mean,
I think you can make it.
There's a future. It's just that it's probably not going to be as long as we think. You know,
Like the way I see it is that we can save, like we can postpone what's going to happen. So scientists are saying that this happens. We only have so long. Well, we can make that last longer if we make the right choices. But I think I think we've damaged the Earth too much to completely repair it.
Yeah, because to a certain extent, we've done so much damage, it's almost impossible. And we can continue to damage it as we go, even if we are trying our hardest. It's like it's so hard because we're destroying it at the same time.
Think of it. We went from being monkeys to killing the whole planet, an entire planet.
Yeah, it just goes to show how much us as a society have expanded so much and have needed so much of this earth that we have gotten so out of control that we don't even know how to stop something that could potentially end humanity.
That's when we would just rely on Elon Musk.
Dude, Elon Musk is like he's just like next level, like big brain.
Next level big brain, yeah. He's gonna be the next evolution of humans.
Yeah, dude, like his kids are gonna be smart.
God, I can't even remember what his kids' names are. He named them like math equations.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
EX to the Y.
Yeah, it's just to see what we have created, like, it's
there ain't gonna be humans for too much longer. I can tell you that. We went from like being in caves, discovering fire for the first time, to now we can make fire with glasses. You just gotta take them off your face.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
God. And God, what am I trying to say? It's so cool that we went from just using like anything we could, like fire, rocks, stuff like that, to having groups of big people, like regions where we have a big group of people that just live together in a big town or city or things like that. And I'm talking about like all the way back in like the time where it was like, I can't remember what his name was. The guy that discovered America, Christopher Columbus. Yeah, that time. I thought it's cool to see how they discovered so many things on how to innovate, I think is the word. Create cooler, better things that could expand what us humans do. And then came on things about America and how it became a country, and then it's like the whole world just came together like in such a perfect way.
Mm-hmm.
And, the human race is just so smart, and it came to times where we go from reading books to reading them on tablets or phones or whatever. It's cool. We have technology now to rely on. It's insane. We went from like literally rocks to a technological device, and we even are developing AIs.
Robots
could potentially be
robots take
smarter.
over now. Like they're doing stuff for us. This is how we lose jobs. We've programmed.
I don't know.
Us being humans have gained the capability to create other beings that not only do stuff for us,
but do it better than us.
do better than us. But it's also smarter than us. It can predict stuff
and
that we
smarter,
can't.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
A lot has happened.
We literally have created something more intelligent than us. And to an extent, you would think that would maybe be impossible, but it isn't.
The fact that scientists were able to figure this out too, like, whoo, they gotta be some smart people to like figure out the evidence for that.
Oh yeah, dude, years and years and years of studying and researching, and man, that must be hecka crazy to dedicate your life to. To understand how that works, and all that. It's just insane where we have gotten in the last 2,000 years. And, we're only going
incredible.
Forward sometimes too.
But once again, like I said, we probably aren't going to have a future, and I don't want to be alive to see. I don't want to be alive to see what happens next. I really don't.
I don't either. The thing is, I probably want to be gone off of this earth before anything happens.
Significant happens.
Yeah, something that
we'll leave it to the other generation. They can figure it out themselves.
God, dude, I don't want to be the one to experience such a thing.
I think that's what also makes it hard too. Is our generation? If we're gonna have kids, think of their future.
Oh no, I think our generation is
one of the last.
Yeah, basically, we have a terrible generation. We're a part of it. Some of it is not as bad, of course, obviously, but there's still a good chunk that is terrible. Like, I think some of us, I think I myself am maybe in the middle of that. It's weird because we went from such a more wise not intelligent.
We went from like one brain
generation.
We went from like one brain cell to like what is it?
Half a brain cell.
To half a brain cell. Wait, what? Wait.
No.
You saying we downgraded?
1/4 of a quarter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
There's still smart people out there, of course. Maybe smarter than us.
Maybe. No, there are.
People.
There are.
Well, there are, yeah.
there are.
And yeah, it's really crazy.
Well, I think that was a good discussion about evolution. Yeah.
How it goes, how it's changed so much.
Put us at a pretty good time to end the podcast too.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, if you guys do enjoy them, let us know. And if you guys have topics you guys want us to
leave in the
about,
comments. Look in the comments for topics. And then we'll discuss those.
And we'll discuss them. And I think next episode we're probably just gonna have one already ready. And yeah, hopefully we can keep doing more of these. Eventually later on we're probably gonna get actual mics.
I know I am. Coming Friday. Woo!
I think possibly.
I can't wait for mine
to my birthday, so
I can't wait for my mic to come in.
If I do get a mic, I don't even know where I'm putting it.
Oh, I know where I'm putting it. I know 100% where I'm putting it. It's a clip-on mic. Don't worry. So I can just clip it onto my desk. I can have it hover wherever I want.
Anyways, yeah, of course. One of those, but whatever.
Anyways, that should be the end of the video. Leaves us at a pretty good time to stop.
I think that was a good discussion, and we'll keep doing these. Hopefully, we can keep doing these for a good while, and this will be an interesting series. Yeah, for sure.
If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. That'll help out a lot. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's we're not forcing you.
But we do appreciate the support.
But we would appreciate the support.
Any kind, of course.
Yeah. And we hope you guys enjoyed the podcast.
And we'll make sure to bring out some more soon.
Yep. See you in the next podcast or video.
Yep.